Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Denise with the Blue Dahlia Tarot. I hope you're doing well. Leo, let's get into your reading. Remember that these readings are general, so they may or may not resonate, but if you find that it resonates for you, you can go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you feel called. Leo, today we are going to be looking at how you can bring more happiness and joy into your connection. So only take what resonates and leave the rest. Let's get started. Show me, Leo. Holy Spirit, show me, Leo. Please and thank you. What does Leo need to be aware of? Okay. Leo, we have the first card for you, the Hermit. You could be dealing with a Virgo. Maybe you are just in self-reflection mode. Trying to see what it is that needs to be done. So I'm looking at a Leo that is already aware that when it comes to their connection, something needs to be done. So it's like you are taking the time to really look at, I almost dropped some of the cards, to look at what exactly it is you need to do to bring more happiness and more joy into your connection. I'm guided to the Hermit, so I feel like you've had a lot of experience when it comes to connections in your life, Leo, especially romantic. So I feel like what you're doing is, it's giving me a sense of you're taking stock of, okay, this is what I'll allow, this is what I won't allow, because you've already dealt with so much unwanted stress is what I've heard. And so that is what you're doing at this time. And we have the Death card. You could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Virgo, if I didn't mention earlier with the Hermit card. I'm feeling like you are, as I said back here, you're someone that is experienced when it comes to your love life. And I feel like because of all the knowledge that you've gained through previous connections that didn't work out, I feel like you are now someone that is not going to take crap from anyone. I feel like, okay, I feel like, hold on. I feel like whoever comes at you with BS, you are ready and willing to end the connection with them. Because you are someone with the Nine of Pentacles who is very self-sufficient, very sure of themselves, very independent. You could also be a business owner. You do really well for yourself. And I feel like because you are more experienced, this is why you've been taking so much stock and so much inventory on what it is you want in a connection, how it is you are willing to allow that someone to show up for you. So that's what I'm seeing so far for you, Leo. I feel like you also have been so comfortable being on your own with this Nine of Pentacles that even if love were to come your way, you should consider letting someone in. Yes, it's great that you are self-sufficient and independent, but if you are someone that does want a connection, whether it's a new connection or a past connection, be open to it. Justice in the reverse. Yeah, for some of you, I just heard you weren't dealt the right cards, no pun intended. And so, like I said in the beginning, you've been someone, Leo, who has been through a lot, possibly dealt with a lot of connections where you held a lot of the weight. And that is why you're in this Nine of Pentacles energy. Yes, you're someone more experienced. Some of you may even be much older. But it's like you're not gonna take anyone's BS when it comes to love. Like I said, whether it's a past or a new person. Let's look at the back here. We have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Empress in the reverse. Taurus energy. And we have the Star, which is Aquarius. And also Libra with the Justice card. So you could have dealt with any of those signs. And remember, it's not necessarily the case, but I'm just putting it out there. So Leo, I feel like you're someone who, when you did give to connections, you were not treated properly. You were not treated fairly. And so you just don't want to experience that again. You don't want to experience being left out in the cold again. But also at the same time, I feel like you're just tired of like all these interactions with others, because to you it's like it's the same old same, like same shit, different day, right? That's what's coming through for me with the Three of Cups and the Death. It's like, no, I don't want to deal with this all over again, because like I said, you're someone who has had enough experience to know what it is you deserve and what it is you want. And again, here with the Empress in the reverse, you're willing to cut off anyone at a moment's notice. Because you're good on your own. You can create happiness for yourself. But as I said, that's also an aspect that you may need to look into and consider healing, because yes, it's good that you are someone who is independent, someone who is confident, someone who is great on their own. That's amazing. But also, at times being too independent can feel like you are pushing love away. And I feel that is an aspect that would help you to look at if you are wanting to connect with someone, whether now or in the future. Let's look at the Hermit. Why is the Hermit here? The Ace of Wands. The Death card. Let's see what else. And the Five of Cups. Okay. And we have this Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. And we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so Leo, what's coming through really strongly for me is you're not willing to put your heart out there, at least not at the moment. I feel like you're someone who is done with relationships because they've caused you so much sadness and grief and so much anxiety, where you may have given all your love to someone and, you know, they just left you in this state of, you know, Five of Cups, Nine of Swords, which is like, I can't even sleep at night because all I do is cry, or I'm sad, or I always feel like I'm doing the wrong thing, or my person always made me feel as though, you know, I was the wrong one, right? Like it was me that was causing issues in the connection. So you're tired of everyone's projections, when I feel like all you've ever done in connections, Leo, is give. Remember, Leo rules the heart chakra. So Leos have a very big heart. But when a Leo is done, a Leo is done. It doesn't matter how nice and open they are, because, you know, as I've said, when a Leo is done, it's like they're done for good. So right now I feel like Leo, with this Ace of, let me pull this one out too. With this Ace of Wands being here, Leo, right now you are just in love with yourself. You're so happy, focusing on yourself, doing what makes you happy. And even if you are interested in someone, you are very cautious when it comes to opening up to this person, because you've been through so much. And so it's like, no, let me just relax. You could be actually very interested in someone with this Ace of Wands, but as I said, you're very hesitant with this Knight of Pentacles. Because to me, it's like you're not willing to go through the same thing again. And that's very understandable. But also remember that not everyone is the same. Okay, let's see here. I want to look at the star. So even if you do connect with this person, Leo, they may be a earth sign, because the Knight of Pentacles is earth energy, or any other sign, but that's just what's out here. Okay. Let's see, the 9 of Wands in the reverse. I just pulled the top card because it was too many cards that flipped over. And the Devil. Okay. Oh, look, we have the 3 of Cups in the upright. But let's just see. So when it comes to working on yourself more, Leo, opening up more, you are willing to heal that aspect of yourself, Leo. Because I feel like you are someone, because you do rule the heart chakra, you are very lovable. So you do want someone that can match that same energy. But I also feel like with the Devil being here and the 9 of Wands being here in the reverse, it's like you don't want to go through the same cycle. You don't want to end up with a devil, right? Someone that is just more of on the toxic side. Someone that has really not dealt with their issues or their wounds. You don't want people to continue to keep projecting their issues onto you, because I feel like that's what you've been through when it's come to relationships and or connections in the past, whether it's friendships or romantic relationships. You want to be in this 3 of Cups energy. You want to feel light. You want to feel happy. You want to be able to spend time with someone that brings out this energy, because you are someone that is very happy, someone that is very loving, someone that is willing to give their cup as well. But also, you don't want to be someone that is giving their cup while someone is continuing to give their, let's put it this way, give their wand to others. Now, read between the lines, but that's pretty self-explanatory. But whether it's a feminine or a masculine, you just don't want someone that is going to be giving themselves to others when you want someone to be all about you, because that is how you are when you are in connections, Leo. So let me pull some final messages for you, Leo, and that will be the end of your read. If you find that this reading is resonating for you, please consider hitting the like button for me. You could also leave an emoji, or you can leave me a comment. Not enough. Lacking confidence, self-sabotage, ego, fear, frustration. Karmic relationships. Says resentments and triggers, perception, intensity, and letting go, turmoil, and fleeting. Yeah, what I've been saying this entire time, Leo. Let me pull one more card for you. Seduction. Attraction, teasing, hooking up in dates, third-party temptation. Exactly. A Leo is not a third wheel, number one. And you, Leo, you do want to give your heart to someone whenever you feel you're ready. But you're just over all the karmics. You're just over all these toxic relationships where all they've done is chatted you up, told you everything you've wanted to hear, you know, seduce you, just so that they can date you and then put you in this space of, oh, you're not enough, right? And that's not the case. So I feel like you've been through enough to notice all the signs, but don't forget to also try to be more open if what you want is a connection, Leo. All right, this was your reading. I hope it gave you the guidance and clarity that you are seeking. If you'd like to book a personal with me, you can contact me at thebluedahliatarot@gmail.com. Also remember that I am running specials for the month of December, so my readings are at a discounted rate, and I also have a few new readings as well. So if you'd like to book, you can go ahead and do that. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and until next time, I'll talk to you later.